You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Good morning and welcome into today's edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. It is Thursday, the 27th of March. We've got a warm day ahead, but those temperatures are coming down and winter's kind of showing its face a little bit. One more time here. We've got a great show coming up. We've got an adorable little puppy already in the studio that we can't wait to get on the couch, and a lot more coming up on today's episode. Grab that cup of coffee. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Escape the cold and embrace the après-ski vibes at the Grand Hyatt Spa, where you'll find tranquility rooted in traditional alpine wellness.
Welcome to the TVA Weather Center on this Thursday morning. Pretty warm to start, 41 degrees at 8 a.m. to start our day. We will see a high of 61, some small winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour, but mostly sunny skies on this Thursday. Rolling into the hourly here, really warming up around noon to 57 degrees and up to 59 at 4 before temperatures start coming down tonight and clear skies expected this evening into the I-70 corridor. Eagle a high of 68 degrees today. Whoa, Avon 64, Vail 61, Denver 79 degrees expected as a high today. Lots of sunshine expected in the Rocky Mountains today. Feels like spring, it seems like. Tonight, a low of 39 with a few clouds in the sunset at 7:25, and those winds staying pretty light. Into the next couple days, temperatures start dropping here. Friday, tomorrow, a high of 54 with mostly cloudy skies. Saturday, a chance of some snow in the forecast here with a high of 47. Sunday, high of 42. And then the next storm might be rolling in next week around Tuesday with a 70% chance of some snow showers on Tuesday and a high of 36. So enjoy this warm day while it lasts. Into the snow report, Beaver Creek's got 24 lifts open, 174 trails, and it's in great shape right now. We're going to make it to the end looking really good up there. 227 inches up at Beaver Creek right now with a base of 50 inches. And you know we are all about that base, no treble. Vail Mountain's got 30 lifts open, 274 trails. That's 98% of terrain. And Vail's got 292 inches on the season. Going to hit that 300 mark any day now. And Vail's rocking a 66-inch base. That's the weather for you. Enjoy today because we got some weather moving in the next couple days. And we'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar.
I love that jingle because I love getting to talk about ski stuff first thing in the morning to inspire you to get out there and have a great day on the mountain. Well, this morning we're going to talk about the Oakley Line Miner. Now, this is a great goggle because Oakley has a very unique prism system within their lenses, and what this does is allows one goggle to cover a broad spectrum of light. Now, as we take a look at this goggle, you can see that it's going to have that rose-based tint starting in that goggle lens. Then you're going to see those other colors come through. This is the Prism Argon Iridium, and so it's going to have that pink tint to start, which is going to help you see as that light gets a little bit flat, but then you can see those greens, those blues coming through, and that's going to allow you to see while the light is nice and sunny out there. So this is a great goggle. If you're someone who doesn't like to change your goggle lenses, just have one across the board that's going to kind of work in all conditions. It's going to be a little bit dark on those very cloudy, snowy days. This is also an OTG goggle. You can see that cutout right there, allowing your glasses arms to fit into this goggle. Now, if you're someone who doesn't like to ski or snowboard with your glasses, well then we recommend you go over to see our friends at Eyepieces of Vail, as they've got some great inserts that you can put inside the goggle, and that way you can always see, so you can always ski or ride. Now we want to thank Eyepieces of Vail for bringing you this Lens of the Day report. If you're making your way out there to enjoy the mountain, make sure that you can see perfectly, that way you can ski perfectly, and to do so, go see our friends at Eyepieces. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Danielle Turner, the General Manager at TV8 Vail. It's with a heavy heart that I announce that TV8 will cease its operations. We invite you to tune in beginning Monday, March 24th, as we kick off a 5-day celebration of Good Morning Vail, culminating in our finale episode on Friday, March 28th. Join us as we say goodbye to some of our beloved guests and relive decades of nostalgic history. And on behalf of our TV8 family, I want to thank the members of the Vail Valley for allowing us to come into your homes every morning. We will miss you.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell, regret, sell, regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done then. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
Good morning, Vail.
I might be a little biased here, but we have one of my favorite guests on the couch because she always brings some awesome friends. We have Rhiannon Rowe with the Eagle County Animal Shelter. Rhiannon, how we doing?
Doing great.
And we have Chevy here. Look how chill Chevy is this morning.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He's usually not like this.
Yeah, so before we go any further, what's this little man's story?
Yeah, so he was surrendered with his 5 siblings to our shelter when his family just had a litter of puppies and didn't know what to do with them. So we know that he is Husky Foxhound mix. So he's going to be an energetic, opinionated boy, but we think he's going to be an awesome mountain dog.
I mean, a perfect companion for someone right out here, right? Especially this time of year with the weather kind of changing. What happens at the animal shelter this time of year, kind of with the changing of the seasons?
Yeah, people are, starting to think with the warmer weather that maybe that potty training a puppy would be an easier thing. So we definitely see adoptions rise around this time. Seeing a lot of volunteers coming out, wanting to walk the dogs, play with the puppies, play with the kittens. We're ramping up our event schedule. So yeah, things are happening. We're excited for warmer weather.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I know The GoPro Mountain Games every year is a big one for you guys. A lot of animals get adopted there, but there's a lot happening before June here. What kind of events do you guys have going on?
So we have our awesome partnership with the Inn at Riverwalk. So we do an adoption event twice a year. So April 18th, we'll be there from 4 to 6 with some cute puppies. We also are hosting our second spay-neuter clinic coming up in May. With the Bergen Spay-Neuter Alliance, so super affordable spay-neuter services. They're going to also vaccinate microchip, so it's a great opportunity for people who aren't able to afford going to a regular vet clinic. They can come out, get their pets spayed and neutered, and it's going to be a great time. So
yeah, it's always so fun whenever you guys are out. How can people sign? Do they need to sign up, or how do they get involved with that?
Yeah, so for the spay-neuter clinic, everything's on our website. We'll also be posting a bunch of information probably weekly on our Facebook page, so just check out those two spots. You can come by our shelter, chat with us, come cuddle Chevy. Yeah.
Highly recommend checking them out on social. It's just cute, adorable pet photos. Look at that little face. Just saying, come get me. Look at those ears too. Such a little cutie. Well, Rhiannon, you've been on this couch quite a bit with all sorts of animals. What are some of your maybe favorite memories from coming on TV8 with some of these guys, and some of your more memorable, maybe not favorite, but just memorable?
You know, there was one time we brought 10 kittens in.
Whoa.
And that was exciting because none of them stayed still. But we had a great time with that. We've brought so many fun puppies. We've brought some older dogs that have gotten some great exposure and just had a great time. I remember bringing this big block-headed pit bull in named Bubba, and he found his forever home, because somebody saw us. So it's just been great to always feel welcome here, bringing a lot of hair and drool and all that to the couch.
We love it. I know Gretchen herself kind of jumped in, and she can't say no, so she'll just keep coming and getting more and more and more. For people that are around, you mentioned that volunteers kind of peeking and people are showing some interest. What can people do? How can they do it? When can they do it?
Yeah, we love our volunteers so much. You can sign up on our website, a couple videos you get to watch, come in for an orientation. We take you on a tour of the shelter, show you everything. And then whenever it works for your schedule, you come in, you can walk the dogs, you can play with the kittens. We also need folks to help out at the events coming up, in at Riverwalk, the Spay-Neuter Clinic, and definitely mountain games.
Definitely mountain games, yeah. I mean, well, that's like 20 or so animals that get adopted there?
Oh, yeah, last year was 24, but we're kind of adding a couple new things this year, so stay tuned. We got some great sponsors, so it's going to be, as always, an amazing event.
Yeah, and so if you're looking to adopt, definitely check them out right now, but also at the mountain games. With those sponsors, if you adopt at the mountain games, you usually get a sweet package that goes into it, right? With kind of the leash and all the gear you need.
There's so much cool swag that you get, and just the atmosphere alone there is so much fun and so dog friendly, and we have a great time.
Yeah. So having worked around all these kinds of animals, where does our community kind of fit in the pet landscape? How do you think, like, what kind of pets are we looking for? What do we do with ours? But like, what's kind of the niche of our community here with our pets?
I would say that's active mountain dogs, the medium size, but people love their small dogs too. Yeah. We get a lot of people that love Chihuahuas and little fuzzy things. Got a great community that has, a lot of cats, but of all the communities I've visited, seen a lot of animal shelters, this place just loves their pets. And it's so great. I wouldn't want to be in any other county, because I know that wherever Chevy goes, he's going to have a great home.
Definitely. I mean, is he napping right now?
He is.
Look at that.
He's not too impressed.
Look at that. Such a cute little dog. What's something, Rhiannon, you wish people knew? I mean, you've worked in this kind of industry for a long time. What's something you wish just more people knew?
Knew about the shelter?
Just about the shelter or adoption process, something that you kind of find yourself bringing up quite often.
Just making sure that you pick the right animal for your lifestyle. Chevy is adorable right now. He's cute and cuddly on my lap. He is a busy boy. Yes. He loves to bark. He loves to play. And so just know that if you are ready for a pet, that it is the right time for you. That you have a home, you have the job that can accommodate being able to get these guys out and enjoy life, because, they're only part of your life for a short time, but to them, that it's their whole life.
Definitely,
so we just want to make sure that they're cared for.
Chevy, do you agree with that? Okay, perfect. Rhiannon, anything else I should ask you? Anything else people should know about some events coming up or the shelter in general here?
When you're thinking about your next pet, adopt. We have some great animals, and we're always willing to work with people if there's a specific size, specific type that we want to help people find their forever home. So don't overlook us. Definitely come by and take a look, meet us, and we're so excited. We love what we do.
Yeah.
So come see us.
And you guys are always so kind and so helpful down there. Where can people go one last time for more information or to get involved?
Our website, we're Eagle County Government Shelter, so eaglecounty.us, Facebook page, or just come by 1400 Fairgrounds Road in Eagle.
That's it. Rhiannon, thanks so much for coming on all the time, getting up early, getting the dogs and all these pets ready for the camera. Thanks for joining us so often. And we're looking forward to getting Chevy a home still, right? Somewhere out here. Someone's gonna have a good summer with you, my dude. That's it for Chevy and Rhiannon with the Eagle County Animal Shelter, and we will be right back with the rest of the show.
I have a challenge for you guys.
Oh yeah? What's that, Liz?
Well, I thought I was going to get inside the ball, and I was very, very disappointed that I was not going to get inside that ball. So, I'm going to be a ball. I'm going to be a human bowling ball. Go set those pins up.
Okay, we got
And then who's going to roll me?
Jen's going to roll you.
Just remember to open the bag once I'm done so I can breathe.
Are you going all the way in?
I'm going in, man.
Okay.
Children, don't try this at home.
Please. Do not.
All right, tie me up and roll me down. Ooh. Don't roll me on my boobs. I need them.
You have to move up a little bit. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh, you're gonna miss them all.
Okay, that's a strike. Keep going, girl. You're almost there.
That was a $10 one.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No.
Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode, we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to the neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back in. We are joined on the couch by another dog, but some lovely women as well. We have Terry Riker with the Vail Valley Charitable Fund and Lori, who we got a big fundraiser coming up to support Lori here. How we doing, guys?
Good.
Good.
Thank you
So,
for having us.
Lori, can you just tell us a little bit about your story here? So you had a pretty horrific accident here on a ladder.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, I'm building a house down in Gypsum, and I was putting up wallpaper in my office, and the ladder just slid right down the wall and out on the floor, and I just fell on it, on my shoulder, and then my knee and foot got stuck in the rung, so I got quite a few broken bones.
Yeah, the list is kind of extensive, right? It's down to the ankles. It's kind of everything here, right? Where's the Vail Valley Charitable Fund jumping in on this, Terry? What are we doing here?
Well, we are holding a fundraiser for Lori on April 17th at Route 6 Cafe and Lounge in Eaglevale. And that's what we do for almost 30 years. When a community member is having a hard time like Lori's having, we throw a fundraiser, all the friends come out, everyone comes out and does what we do to support, and proceeds from the fundraiser will help Lori pay bills while she's out of work. And that's Lori is a go-getter. Right. She's amazing. So she's out of work for some time, obviously to heal up, and she's getting further down her path every day. But the fundraiser is meant to help her get to the end.
Yeah, and this is going to be such a fun one. It's $30 to get a ticket in at Route 6. It's just an awesome community player out here. They do amazing work. We're going to have live music. What else is going to be going on at this event?
Yes, so Ali over at Route 6, he's so generous and loves Lori so much. So he has offered up a great spread for dinner. There's going to be a drink ticket for everybody. They've opened up the whole place for us, which is amazing and generous. We have Kathy and Brent for live music, as always. They bring the party to the party. And an incredible silent auction. Lori's girlfriends, and you cannot help but see their love for her, have really stepped up, and they're gathering things from all over town to make for a great silent auction. There's going to be incredible deals, all centered around our wonderful mountain town.
So amazing.
And
it's going to be such a fun, and what a great reason to do it, to help Lori here. Lori, what's kind of your story? How, it's a small town. How might people know you if they don't recognize you or see you?
Oh gosh. You probably know me from ski school. I did 37 years with Vail Resorts. I've waited tables forever. And then I started selling wine in the community, so I've had the whole valley where I sold to all the restaurants and liquor stores and such. And then I transitioned over with COVID to start my own business doing health insurance. So I've been doing that now for a good, it's about 20 years now, I think.
So we know Lori. We need to get out and show some love and support Lori coming up for this fundraiser. Lori, how are you doing right now? How are you doing in the recovery process?
I would say I'm halfway through. I just started walking just the other day, and with a walker, and it is very painful, and it's still very swollen, but I'm getting there. I don't think I have to have any more surgeries. I think we got them all taken care of, but I've got a couple more appointments just to double check on that.
Yeah, and then did that wallpaper ever get up, or
no,
we're leaving
still
it from
there. I know.
That's okay. That's why we're trying to rally. We got stuff to do. Got to get that home going. What else should people know about the Vail Valley Charitable Fund, Terry? You guys are active year-round doing stuff like this to support our locals, but for people that don't know about the Vail Valley Charitable Fund, what's kind of the mission? What are you guys doing out here year-round?
We started in 1996 with a fundraiser like this, so almost 30 years ago. And from there, we've developed a lot of programming to help people in Lori's position, people having a medical crisis or a long-term illness. So we give direct aid grants of up to $7,500 to people having one of those problems, a medical crisis or long-term illness. We have other programs that support health and well-being. We have 2 dental programs, one for children, one for adults.
Amazing.
We have a physical therapy program we meet a lot of applicants in Lori's position where they've used their PT, they need a little more. We all know in this community that PT gets you very far in a healing journey.
Yep.
And then we also have the Vail Breast Cancer Group that has provided comforts for women for also almost 30 years going through a breast cancer diagnosis.
How amazing. It's just doing such powerful work here in our community. Who supports you guys if people want to donate? Like, how can people support the charitable fund?
This community supports the charitable fund. Really, year after year, our biggest donor group is individuals, one by one, who live in this community and want to help their neighbors. Yeah. We do grant funding pursuits, of course, and but mostly it's individuals like you and Lori that support us.
Yeah, amazing.
So if you want to donate to Love for Lori, email me please at terry@vvcf.org. That's TERRI@vvcf.org. Or find a girlfriend from Lori, Lori's friend group. There's a million of them. Yeah. And someone will come by and scoop up whatever you'd like to contribute.
Definitely. Lori, can you talk a little bit about like what you were going through and where the Vail Valley Charitable Fund really kind of stepped in to help you? Like where were you kind of mentally and physically before they jumped in?
Well, mentally I couldn't do too much because I had a big concussion and everything, but they jumped in just as I was getting transferred from hospital to hospital and going through acute rehab, and helped me just with my monthly bills because I haven't been working. Right. So, and they're just trying to help me along so I don't fall so far behind.
Yeah.
I'm really far behind on my work right now, and I need to work all day, but it's just catching up.
Yeah.
You know, so, and at least my insurance job that I had, I can do it at the desk.
Yeah.
And the other couple of jobs, I'm going to have to take a break for a while, but I'll help out when I can.
One thing at a time, Lori.
I know.
One literal step at a time,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
Amazing. Well, anything else I should ask you guys? Anything else people should know either about the event or the charitable foundation?
Only that story is exactly why we're here, and so common that someone who's so involved in the community and working so hard has one big problem or a bunch of little problems. They call it death by paper cuts. Yeah. And they just need a little boost, yeah. And then they get back at it. And that's what we see happening here with Love for Lori, and that's why our neighbors show up so great.
Love to see it.
To help each other.
Love to see it. Well, check out this event coming up in April, or just consider supporting Love for Lori on your own time, and check out the Vail Valley Charitable Fund. So much going on, doing great work, kind of year-round out here. And Lori, we're going to be thinking about you. We're going to keep our eyes peeled to see you out there, and wish for the best for you, okay?
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
You got this. You got this.
Yeah, she does.
and now we're going to take a look at a good blooper that our friend Maddie Evans tried one of those hot chips. Let's take a look.
On the bright side, you can use this as long as we don't swear for TV entertainment. Well, welcome. We're all a bunch of idiots. We're going to do the one chip challenge. Across the board, we've got the Carolina Reaper and Scorpion Pepper one. We've got milk. I have a Red Bull and a smoothie and Pepto-Bismol. And we're going to do this.
Cheers.
Cheers. Go. Oh my God, it's already so bad.
I'm not enjoying this.
We need to... Is it gonna go away ever?
Is this the rest of my life?
Good morning, Vail.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa, a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
this property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mikasa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mikasa and Mine House,
We would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season in front of you.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And on that very first chair, two very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, N-A-T-E, D-O-G-G-G-G.
My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first chair.
Second chair nightmare.
Yeah, it's a second chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
Good morning, Vail.
I always love it when we can coordinate our pants together. And joining us now, we have Ashley Carter with the Colorado Snow Sports Museum, who got my text earlier about wearing the pink pants today. Ashley, how we doing?
Doing great. Yeah, I'm glad I could match.
Sometimes it works, you know. Sometimes it works out. Colorado Snow Sports Museum, we got a lot going on all the time, right?
We do.
But I mentioned I want to go back in time before we start here. How did that weekend of the Ravinos film go?
Oh my God, it was amazing, honestly. We got to do a private showing with the Ravinos on the Friday night just for them and their plus ones, which was a really special moment to get to see them watch themselves on there and all their history. And then we had 2 public showings on Saturday and Sunday, and they were sold out, standing room only, had it on 2 big screens, all that good stuff.
So awesome.
Yeah, it was a really good reception by the public.
Yeah.
We've got obviously our normal crowd that comes into things, and I think there's a lot of mixed reviews and mixed understandings of the Ravinos, so they got to come in, and I think it really changed their appreciation and their understanding, and so when they see the Ravinos, they have a different respect for them.
For sure, and I know when we talked to those guys ahead of that, they were so grateful to the Snow Sports Museum for letting them use that space or joining them, so thank you guys for doing that.
Absolutely.
What a cool film and what a cool place to go to watch it. But the Snow Sports Museum, located right in Vail Village, right by the Transportation Center, you really can't miss it.
No.
What's going on there these next couple weeks? Or I mean, tomorrow we're doing something.
Tomorrow we're doing something. Speaking of snowboarding, we have a snowboarding event tomorrow. We have an author. He's a New York Times bestseller, Eric Blem. He wrote a book called The Darkest White, and it is about Craig Kelly. Craig Kelly is known as the Michael Jordan of snowboarding. He's known as the godfather of free riding. He was the first real professional snowboarder. And unfortunately, he died in an avalanche. But there is quite the story about him. So we have the author coming in to talk about that, cover his life, the joy he had within snowboarding and the backcountry side and all of that. And some fun giveaways. We've got snowboards from Burton and 10 Cup and all these things going on.
Oh, it's gonna be so great. And if you're a snowboarder or a skier in general, like we have to thank this man for what he did for our sport. A ton of other people obviously progressed the sport, but this man really changed it for us. And so this is a cool opportunity to kind of learn about his story and kind of how he was able to do that, which is so cool.
Absolutely.
And speaking of snowboards, we'll talk a little bit about the skis as well here, but speaking of snowboards, my favorite thing at the snowboard museum is a snowboard that was used in a James Bond film. I just think that's the coolest thing ever.
It was in A View to a Kill, and it's right there framed in there. We play the clip from it. It's a 1-minute clip, and people will stand there for a while, just watching it over and over again.
I think it's so cool. And then, I mean, there's tons of Michaela Schifrin stuff in there, Lindsey Vonn. I mean, you could get lost in there for hours and not see everything.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, I got to stop talking here, but I just want to add one more thing. One of the best gift shops in all of town.
Absolutely.
One of the best. Is that all the cool little gimmicky things and also some awesome, like, high-quality stuff as well, like perfect for something for everyone, right?
Yeah, and speaking of the gift shop, we do an end-of-season sale. So starting April 11th, it'll be 30% off. We're going to run that through a couple days after Vail closes, so I think through like the 23rd. So it's your chance to come in and support us. We are a nonprofit. So the gift shop keeps us a free admission museum so that people can come in and experience all those wonderful things we talked about.
Do you guys still do those like history walks throughout the years?
So we do Vail history tours. They're every Tuesday and Thursday, and we will run those through I think today's the one day we don't have a tour guide, so today's not the day. But every other Tuesday and Thursday at 11. It's about an hour and 15 in total, $10 a person, and we will run those up until the Thursday before closing day at Vail.
So cool. What else is going on? What other events do we have coming up?
We've got our 3rd annual Silent Disco at the museum. That'll be April 12th. It is a blast.
Is that in the museum
it's
there?
In the museum. I've got 3 local DJs lined up. One of them is a Ravino, Stinner. He's a Ravino. He'll be DJing there again. And yeah, we just decked the place out with Christmas lights and all the fun stuff. And it's 9 to midnight. It's basically a fun party with no noise pollution because it's all in your headphones.
Amazing.
You get to choose which DJ you want to listen to. We'll have a bar, all the fun stuff.
I'm getting some like night at the museum vibes here. Like, are these like mannequins going to come to life out there with the DJs?
I sure hope not.
So much. So how can people get involved, keep track of the schedule, everything that's going on there?
Yeah, we've got most everything on our website, just snowsportsmuseum.org. You can give us a call. You can come by. We're open every day, 10 to 6. Tickets for our events tomorrow, the disco, all that are online. Or come on by, we can set you up as well. We also have an Instagram, all the fun things. We're there.
So great. Yeah, you guys really are there. You guys are everywhere. Where are we at in the Hall of Fame?
So we were just meeting with the Hall of Fame committee. We just got all the nominations in for this upcoming class to put the ballot, to get the voting out. So we will be able to announce that, a little bit later this year. But we will do our celebration in the fall. We're actually waiting on a date and location. So it's either going to be here in Vail again. We may go to Beaver Creek. We're not sure yet. But we'll have a big celebration in the fall.
Yeah, but regardless, it's so cool that it's the Colorado Snow Sports Museum, and we have it right here in Vail.
Absolutely.
/ Beaver Creek. So, I mean, it's just so cool, the entire state's history. It's not just our history, it's the entire states that you guys are kind of covering there. What's something, you've been there a little while now, what's something you've kind of learned there, seen that kind of piqued your interest, that you're like, whoa, what was that?
Man, honestly, I've learned so many fun things. I don't even know where to start. I feel like we've trained a new employee, and me and my director were saying how we learn something every single day when we're there. So I don't even know what to narrow it down to because there's so many. Yeah. I get to teach other people things. We have a big table that's on all the resorts in Colorado, and it includes the lost resorts that don't exist.
Wow.
So I definitely learned some things on there. Like, people know about like Meadow Mountain, but they don't know that there was a chairlift, that there was they tried to make it happen. Didn't work out, location, all that stuff. But there's some really cool things in there.
And that's so cool because that's where these rumors start. That's where everything kind of comes out of, and you guys kind of have the history there. One thing I'm kind of curious about is I'd love to work on something about the history of the trail names out here.
We are working on a book.
You guys on it right now?
So our 50th anniversary is coming up soon. We started in 1976. So we're coming up on our 50th, and we're really hoping we can get it out. It's really hard to get a book made, put it together, but we're working on that history. We already have some in our little notebook, but we're working on putting a book together because there's a lot of history that people don't know.
It's so cool, and I'm a big Beaver Creek guy, and I learned recently this year, you know, one part of the mountain, all the trails are named after old farming equipment.
Yep.
And I had no idea
There's
about
farming
that.
equipment on Vail. There's logging stuff. I mean, we have 5,300 acres at
There's a
Vail.
lot.
There's 10th Mountain history. There's logging history. There's so many things on there. Yeah.
One I've been trying to find out at Beaver Creek, one of my favorite trails is Willie's Face, and I'm trying to figure out who was Willie.
I don't know, but we can try to figure it out for
you guys are on it. I love it. I love it. Anything else we should talk about? What else is going on over there in the next kind of couple weeks with this end of season stuff?
You know, it's kind of slowing down in a good way. The sale is a big deal, honestly. Starting April 11th, get out there because what we have, and people are going to get it.
Yeah, it's like all the après sayings that are thrown on stuff. They got all that cool stuff. They got, I mean, something for everyone in your family. Stuffed animals. They got stuff for your grandparents. Just something
Christmas
for everyone.
ornaments, trail signs, tea towels. We've got it all.
April 11th. April 11th. You said it starts. And
That's when we
I'm
start
marking my calendar because there is some awesome. There it is right there. Look at that vintage Vail, right?
And our website has not nearly as much stuff as we have in the store.
Yeah.
So come to the store, check it out. And honestly, like I said, we have those tours. The tours are running through pretty much the season. And I've never had a Vail local go on it that hasn't learned something.
Right.
It is very good. It walks around the village.
Yeah.
And just come hang out with us. We're there to talk. We're there to share stories. And there's so much in that museum.
And I know you can't say it, so I'll say it for you. It is free to check out the Snow Sports Museum. But they have a nice little donation box. Please just throw a 5 in there or something, okay? Like, this is a free thing you can do to spend some time in Vail, learn some history. So consider donating.
Yeah.
Consider just throwing whatever you got in there.
Yep.
What's looking ahead to the summer?
Yeah. So in the summer, we don't do as many events because we're at the Snow Sports Museum, but we are actually going to try to do a couple more things. We just had in our educational series a speaker, Rachel Gross. She talked about the history of like outdoor equipment, and we are going to try to bring her back to do like a summer version of that.
Yeah.
It was so cool. She's like an equipment historian, which is like not a thing I had known was there. I think she even says she claims that title and no one else really does. But it was fascinating talking about all these history of brands that we know now and where they started. So we're going to try to do a few of those things here and there. We get random pop-ups. We do the tours as well. The tours run throughout the summer.
Yeah.
So just come on by. It's a fun little spot.
It's a fun little spot. Always something going on. And like you said, you're going to learn something new every time you go in there. You could go in there for hours and still find something. I mean, there's 10th Mountain Division history.
Yeah.
There's ski racing history.
There's ski fashion.
The
There's
fashion
Vail
one,
specific.
the
like,
fashion one is so cool. The fashion one, if I'm right, it goes decade by decade, kind of. So you see how it's evolved over time. I mean, it is so cool in there. Obviously, I nerd out over kind of skiing and snowboarding stuff,
hey,
right?
You're in the right place.
Right,
you're in good
exactly,
company.
exactly. Anything else I should ask you? Anything else people should know?
I mean, you can also, you talked about supporting us, throwing money in the donations. We also have, you can be a member. People are like, why would I want to be a member of a free museum? But what it does is it keeps everything alive. We have digital archives, all these things. We've had people reach out to us that need really important photos, and it's like big names, big things like Coors and things like that, and we have it.
Yeah.
And that's what you're supporting. We do annual memberships. Normally our lowest level is a $75, but we've started this new campaign, pay your age. If you're under 50, pay your age for an annual membership. You're going to get discounts on the disco. You get 10% off in the museum when it's not our sale, all that good stuff. So a good way to support us is becoming a member.
Amazing.
Yep.
That pay for the age used to be really cool, and the older I get now, I'm like, that's kind of not cool anymore, you know?
Hey, you know what? It's great. You're supporting us.
Ashley, thanks so much for coming on and joining
Yes.
and talking about the Snow Sports Museum for quite a while now, joining us on the couch. It's always a pleasure chatting with you.
Absolutely.
Check out that Snow Sports Museum. Whenever, wherever, consider the event tomorrow, the silent disco, always a fun time at the Snow Sports Museum. And we'll be right back with the rest of the show.
So we've got a couple flavors here. We've got coffee and vanilla. I'm going to go with traditional vanilla just because it reminds me of my childhood.
Okay.
So got to stick with what I know, right?
And then this is going in on top of it?
So you're going to take a couple scoops and then you're putting it on top. And that's it.
Do you want to wing it? Let's want to go with the big. Let's just go with the spoon.
Let's go with the big spoon.
Let's just see if we can shovel it in there. Oh, it's nice and soft.
Oh, it's perfect.
I don't have a scooper. That scooper is kind of more for melon balling, I think. Little
you
scoops.
could probably
we don't
do
want
that
those.
too. Really, you can do your own variation of We're just having a party over here.
Get that off of there. It's live. It happens. I apologize. Trying to flick it out.
My key is don't melt your ice cream too much before you start scooping
golly.
it.
Good morning, Vail.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunity to points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
It's time for the best coverage of the top stories in sports. The Sports Wrap with Jason Page starts now.
How do you make Anthony Edwards the face of your franchise if you're the Minnesota Timberwolves? We'll get into that. And we say hello to our good friend Matt Verderam, who hangs out with us from SI.com. They're NFL insider. One of them is hanging out with us on the program today. Did you see Caitlin Clark last night? She put up a 40-burger, hits the game-winning 3 as time expires. Let's turn our attention to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most dysfunctional situations.
The Sports Wrap with Jason Page.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way. Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now, check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Good morning, Vail.
You've heard me say it before. I'm going to say it one last time here. I like to say when we're on the mountain, look good, feel good, ski good. And Eyepieces of Vail has all the gear for you to look good, feel good, and ski good. That's not their real motto, but let's take a look at what Eyepieces of Vail has going on right now. Welcome into Eyepieces of Vail. We are here at the Lions Head location with Philip. And Philip, Eyepieces obviously has eyewear, prescription eyewear, goggles, but there's so much more here at Eyepieces of Vail, serving our community for over 40 years. And today we're talking about some accessories you can get here.
Exactly. And the accessories, may seem like a minor thing, but they can kind of make or break your experience. So I wanted to cover some of the things that we offer.
Yeah, and when you're getting some high-end gear, which we all love and need, you want to take care of that gear so that you're not coming back here right away.
Exactly. And one of the things I would start with first is kind of a combination between accessories and prescription. A lot of people come in with their goggles and they've been skiing all day and their glasses have completely fogged. And there is a solution. You don't have to suffer with that. You can get the best goggle in the world that doesn't fog up on you, but if your glasses underneath aren't working, then it's kind of useless for you.
Yeah, and obviously you want to be able to see out there, and with prescription eyewear, it takes it to a whole nother level, and Eyepieces is the spot to get your eyewear.
Exactly. So we do goggles that have a built-in prescription, but the thing we probably do more often than not is our butterfly clip. This is really versatile because this will fit into all the different models that you see on the back wall. So it doesn't matter if you have Anand, if you have Smith, 100%, Revo, this clip is going to work into your goggles.
That's amazing. And you guys can fill the prescription right here for them too, right? They just come in.
We do. For single, we usually do single vision lenses in here. So for distance, so you can kind of see what's going on. We can do a progressive in this if you absolutely want something to be able to read your trail maps and things like that. But for the most part, we do single vision. And for a lot of the prescriptions, we can do it pretty quickly. We can turn this around in 1 to 3 days because we do keep a whole assortment of lens powers at our lab.
Awesome. And at Eyepieces, we want to see and be seen, right? So this is a little bit of both.
Exactly. And the great thing about this is, well, two great things. It is treated with anti-fog, so it isn't going to fog up like a pair of glasses would. And second, so say your prescription changes in 2 years, we can still take this clip that you've already purchased and just re-lens. So that way you can kind of keep up, have the right prescription, and again, just have the right piece. It's a little safer too. I had a gentleman last March and he fell, his glasses broke, had a 19 stitch gash in his cheek. Not what you want to be doing on the mountain. So again, a lot safer, and plus he didn't have any glasses then after that. So this is really the way to go.
Yeah, and it's kind of concealed under the goggles and you can see. Awesome. What else accessory wise do we have here?
So a lot of people don't think about the spare lenses. On the first cloudy day that I get or snowy day, I have people rushing in because they either forgot their low light lens or it's all scratched up or they never got one in the first place. So having accessory items like extra lenses, really helpful. I've talked to some ski instructors, sometimes on really, really wet days, they may bring 2 or 3 spare lenses with them so they can do a quick change and then still, do their job. And I like Anand's too because they come with a bit of a hard case. So you could bring a couple lenses up there, stick them in a shoulder pocket, and not really have to, worry if your lenses fog up or scratch.
Yeah, I love that. The jackets these days have so many pockets, so it's easy, throw it in one, and then when you're ready, you can have it.
Exactly. Anand also, in addition to great goggles, do these pieces. Now, you get a balaclava or a neck gaiter in each of the goggles that you purchase, but we sell extra ones. And why wouldn't you want to have a spare one? You've been skiing all morning, it's wet out there. They are microfiber, so they will tend to stay drier than a piece of cotton. But at the same time, if it's really soaking wet, do you really want to put that back on when you go back out after lunch? So why not have a new one, either with a hood, without a hood, rolled up in your pocket, and that way you can be, fresh and comfortable when you head out for the second half of the day.
Yeah, and especially those big powder days when we're getting nice and wet and we do not want to come down or to go home until the very end. That's going to save you for that afternoon.
It really is. We carry sound systems from Smith and Outdoor Tech. So if you really want that music in the background, don't turn it up too loud. But if you really want that music in the background or to be able to speak with people, friends, and family that you're with, this can be the way to go. Most of our helmets either have it built in or you can add this to your existing helmet and that way you can stay in touch.
I love that. And we want those in our ears. I like to say, don't kill the vibe. Don't blare that music. We're all out in nature. We don't want to hear, whatever you're listening to all the time. So yeah, something in your ear is perfect. What else do we have here?
So the goggle covers, really essential. It really saves wear and tear. And if you're really investing in a new goggle, whether it has one lens or two, you really want to make sure that you're going to protect it. So when it's on top of your helmet, you put this on. These are really cool. These are from Goggle Sock. They're made from recycled plastic bottles, but they're also of a material that you could wipe out the outside of your lens. We don't want you wiping the inside because that's where the anti-fog is, but the outside's going to get smudgy or wet and everything. And then these can actually serve as a cleaning cloth if you don't have anything else.
Love that. Again, we got so much gear. If you can make one thing serve as 2 purposes, that's what we're kind of looking for here. So, and those goggle covers, Philip, some cool styles too.
They really are. There's some fun ones. I have a husky pup at home, so I had to get the husky, of course. But we have tigers and all kinds of stuff.
Love that. All right, I think we have the day case here. What's going on here?
So this is the last accessory piece I wanted to talk about today. This is new from Anand. I really like this because people don't think about after skiing. They're either searching for their goggles or they just kind of throw them in their ski bag and they're all wet and they're just, they open them up and the foam is like coming apart. So this day case, it's ventilated. It'll hold 2 goggles and your spare lenses. Everything's in one. I always recommend never store anything until it's fully dry because it will negatively affect the foam over a whole summer. But this one is great. Once they're dry, you put them in here. It stays ventilated. You could even throw in a couple of those silicone packets to help absorb extra moisture. And then you always know where it's at when it's, November and that first big powder day hits.
I love that. I'm sorry, my brain's turning thinking about what gear I have that I stored wet from yesterday, but I'm sure it's okay.
And people do that. And unfortunately, like I said, then, they come up and they're like, I just bought these 3 years ago and look at the foam. It's all peeling away. So you want nice, dry goggles and lenses when you go ahead and store them. And I always put mine in my sock drawer or someplace nearby. It's temperature controlled. Basements, attics, they're either too hot, too wet, too moldy, something. So unless you have a really temperature controlled locker somewhere, the best thing is just, keep them like in a sock drawer where you know where they are.
I love that. Eyepieces of Vail obviously has tons of eyewear, helmets, but it's all about being prepared, and these accessories are to help people be prepared out on the mountain, right?
Exactly. Be prepared, have fun, and be safe.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Philip. Some great accessories here, and check out Eyepieces of Vail. Again, locations throughout our valley, serving us for over 40 years, and we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Daily Flash.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome into the TVA Weather Center. On this Thursday morning, we'll see 41 degrees to start our day and a high of 61. Pretty warm out there. Sunny skies expected throughout the day today. Some decently winds coming 5 to 10 miles here. Into the hourly, things warm up at noon to 57 before coming down this evening at 8 p.m. to 49 degrees. Mostly clear and sunny skies expected today. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagle, a high of 68 degrees today. Avon 64, Vail 61, Denver hitting 79 degrees today. And we're going to enjoy that while it lasts because we are getting 5th or 6th winter coming up soon here. And tonight, a low of 39 degrees, sunset at 7:25. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the weekend and into next week here. Friday, partly cloudy skies tomorrow with a high of 54. Saturday, a wintry mix starts rolling in with a high of 47. Temperatures keep coming down Sunday to 42. And next week on Tuesday, expect some more snow showers, a 70% chance of that storm rolling in. That's your weather for this Thursday. Again, enjoy it while it lasts. Thanks so much for tuning in to TV8. Good morning, Vail. I'm your host, Ross Leonhardt. Thanks to Danielle, Max, Nick for everything they've done for me the last 2 years. And thanks to you, our viewers, for tuning in. I'll see you when I see you.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer